Jacob Zuma assures his African peers that former President Nelson Mandela is slowly making recovery. And the Marikana Commission of Inquiry says it's concerned that it might be difficult for it to meet its October the 31st deadline. I'm Richard Brooks. President Jacob Zuma has assured his African peers that former President Nelson Mandela is slowly making recovery. He visited Madiba in hospital yesterday before flying out to Congo-Brazzaville for the Forbes Africa Forum, called to discuss the contribution of the continent's middle class in the shaping of the new face of Africa. This is Zuma's first foreign trip after cancelling his working visit to Maputo last month following Madiba's worsening condition. Zuma explains.
As I've reported to the president here, I visited him in the hospital. I was able to convey messages of sympathy and quick recovery to him. As it has been reported, he is critical but stable and is also responding to treatment.
The Marikana Commission of Inquiry says it's concerned that it might be difficult for it to meet its October 31st deadline. That's because of the various delays that postponements in the hearings are causing. The Commission has been postponed to Thursday in Centurion, south of Pretoria, to allow for the seeking of funding for the lawyers representing Lonmin platinum mine workers. Last week, the North Gauteng High Court dismissed the lawyer for the miners, advocate Donnie Mpofo's application for the state to pay his client's legal costs. Chairperson of the Commission, retired Judge Ian Farnham, now says there's a possibility that interim funding may be obtained. The Commission spokesperson Tsepo Mahlangu.
Any delay, any day or a minute that the Commission is not sitting, it obviously affects the deadline that we've been given within which to conduct investigations, gather evidence, as well as conduct hearings in respect of what happened in Marikana is concerned. But we're also sensitive, to the perceptions out there in the communities around the fairness of the Commission's processes.
The North Gauteng High Court in Pretoria will today hear an application by the ANC to have the unseating of its Tlokwe mayor, Mapetle, declared invalid. The ANC wants the nullification of a council meeting that saw Democratic Alliance councillor Annette Combrink voted back in as mayor. The ANC does not recognise Combrink as mayor and says Mapetle still holds the post. Edwin Itsidi reports.
Earlier this month, Combrink was voted in as the new mayor for the second time since November after unseating Mapetle, but the ANC in the province is not happy. The party wants the North Gauteng High Court to declare the move unlawful. But the DA's Chris Hatting says they will oppose the application and bring a counter-application to have Mapetle removed from the mayoral parlour.
We demand that Mapetle and his former mayoral committee take the offices and stop frustrating the community.
Earlier, ANC Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa visited the municipality and met with councillors and all ANC structures in the province as part of his intervention in the standoff which led to the unseating of Mapetle. Edwin Nsidi, SABC News.
The House of Economic Freedom Party leader and former ANC Youth League president Julius Malema goes under the hammer today in his hometown of Polokwane in Limpopo. This is the third auction in which SARS will sell Malema properties in a bid to recover the 16 million rand he owes in taxes. His movable properties were sold in Polokwane at just more than 50,000 rand. His Sandown house in Gauteng was sold for 5.9 million rand. Parallel to this process, his farm was sold by the government after it was found to have been obtained through the proceeds of fraud. The auctioneer, Aggie Stroh, says his only duty is to sell the 3-bedroomed Polokwane house.
Where the proceeds go to, I'm not sure, because I'm just an auctioneer. I pay it over to the liquidator, and the liquidator then disperses it to the people who is the seller, which is probably the government on behalf of the receiver of revenue. So I don't know actually where the funds go to, but I'm just there to sell the house. But I pay the money over to a liquidator who was appointed in terms of a court order by the Northern Gauteng High Court.